We talked about,
fucking launch a policy.
so I was just mentioning, like, I left Social Apex, called Evan, called you, called Darian. We went out, pitched 2 clients, and within a month, signed $12,500 monthly recurring revenue. Really in our first week of business, and then the checks came in the next month. So ever since then, we've grown like fucking crazy. And after we close McDonald's today, we will have gone from $0 in annual recurring revenue to well over on contract, probably like $1 million, and probably a lot more in production months. So 0 to $1 million, as Drake wrote a song about, is pretty good numbers. So it's incredible what we've been able to do. Now, I want to just briefly touch on this fact that this really is just the start. We're about to go through a really unique rebranding phase. We're about to be working with McDonald's, Ogilvy, Coca-Cola, and United Healthcare. These are some of the biggest companies in the world and ones that marketers dream to work with. And we're already doing that. And most of us have not been doing business nor agency stuff for more than 3 years on the max, in like Darian's case a little bit. Isai probably like a little bit more in terms of film, so on. So anyway, the reason we've done what we've done thus far is because every time we have gotten revenue, I've immediately turned that and invested that into human capital, into people. And so when we got capital, with Trndsttrs, rather than just paying out my fucking self and, maybe tossing some dough here and there, just outsourcing projects, I took a hit, and Evan and I paid ourselves like nothing. You guys have no idea. Like we couldn't sometimes go grocery shopping. And when we could, we had like a finite budget that we'd have to split. We would live off of like ramen. Like we were in a nice apartment, but it was also our office too. So we worked out of our fucking office. Yeah. We went buy coffee. We couldn't do anything. Like there were times when we literally would close a contract on like 2 days before the end of the month. That would save our ass. And if it wouldn't have gone through, we wouldn't have been able to meet payroll, and we would have been fucked. Yeah. So that, like, we got so lucky to just be in this position, but we got through it. And now, I know not everyone is 100% living on their own. I assume people will be within the next, whether that's next month or 3, 6, 12 months, I would assume for everyone. Maybe Carson a little bit different. But whenever it does happen, now we have turned an idea of Trndsttrs into food on people's table, on, covering their fucking rent. Darian just bought a fucking car, and he was making money from other sources. No one needs Trndsttrs, and everyone can go make more money elsewhere, but no one can make the money that they make now doing what we're doing. Mm-hmm. And so I just think that's incredible. And now I don't say that to say, look at me and look at what we've done thus far, but we put the fucking time in, we put the hard work in, and then we got there, and that resulted in this. And now I think it's important for everyone to understand that we got to take that next step. And what that next step is going to allow for, and the reason why because look, here's the reality. We could fucking chill. We could go win this McDonald's contract, we could go scale United Healthcare, we could chill, pay everyone else some fat checks and so on, whatever, but that's not going to leave the impact that we're hoping to do. And so now our goal, everyone's goal on this team, everyone has their own independent goals regarding their execution, but our overall goal should be continue growing TrndsttrsMedia and providing more opportunities to those people that deserve it. Because if we don't do it, no one else is going to, and there's no guarantees, particularly in this economy and market. So I think today we're going to win this McDonald's contract. It's going to change a lot of things for us as an organization. We're going to have to dot our I's, cross our T's. We're going to go through a rebranding phase. We're going to add on a shit ton of team members. We're going to start doing things a little bit more corporate, more red tape, more processes, but we're still going to be that same group of fucking crazy kids running around with cameras and cell phones and shitty $200 laptops in the case of myself. So anyway, that's all I have for the conversation. If anyone else has anything, please feel free to weigh in, but I think it's just so vital that right now, when things are really fucking difficult and there's a lot of moving pieces and the economy is going to fucking shit and half the world is dying, that we remember that, number one, we have all in this room equally contributed to the success of the agency thus far, and the success of that agency thus far has created jobs for people who right now the majority of us probably wouldn't be able to be legitimately employed in like a white collar business right now, you know, and definitely not with all this coronavirus shit, you know, outside of Evan, like that's the only one locked in, you know, even if I were to go fucking get a job at Barkley, like that would be cut instantly with a recession. So I just think it's important for everyone to note that. And yeah, I think that's our mission and purpose, and that's why we do what we do. And I think we just got to remember that throughout everything, because if that's the North Star, that makes all the little details and bullshit and problems worth it. Because we're ultimately going to change the course of people's lives with this. Because someone who would have gone and been an intern somewhere and then gone off and taken an entry-level position and then scaled out through their career, and then they'll go be a fucking shitty husband somewhere with their shitty wife, and then they're gonna have shitty kids, and then those shitty kids are gonna continue to evolve, and then our human race is just gonna be a bunch of shitty fucking kids with shitty parents running around. And that's what happens, right? That's how we devolve as a species. That's also why pandemics like this happen, is because we don't have fucking more smart people that are being created. So, you know, that's why we do what we do. Whether, you know, it's fucking, it's fucking funny, but it's true. Like, you know. So yeah, that's all I got. Yeah, I mean, look. If anyone, like, if Isai didn't do this one video thing right, then we don't win this contract. If Darian doesn't help me with the pitch deck, then we don't win this contract. If Luke doesn't do this thing on LinkedIn, if Carter doesn't make this video, if Amanda, if Carson, if Isai, if Evan, if me, like, it all adds in. Even fucking Ren, like, it's all a part of it. And if one of us, you know, isn't fully optimized, then it can't grow together. So now we are literally, like, I hate the fucking family analogy, but like, we're pretty much tied to each other at this point. Yep. And so when you're tied to each other, we can run together and, you know, get some fucking, you know, steam and start moving forward, or we can start weighing ourselves down and fucking up. So let's just move together. Let's move fast. Let's kill shit. And today will be a pivotal point for the history of our agency. And I'm honored to be leading the helm here. I still don't know how you haven't staged a coup yet. I assume that'll happen at some point. But until then, it's been awesome. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Yep, that's all I got. Anyone?
Let's get it.
Any dope one-liners?
Let's get it.
What time's the call at?
2 p.m.
Get it.
You have yet to know your better self. Go get it.
All right, that's all I got, guys. See ya. Amanda, we'll hop on with you and do a little onboarding sesh.
Okay.
Awesome. All right.
All right, guys.
Peace and love. See ya.
See you guys.